Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Ray from Phandroid, and today I'm doing another smartphone camera comparison with the all-new OnePlus Nord, which I'm using to record right now with its front-facing ultra-wide camera, which I honestly really love, and comparing that with the LG Velvet. Now, as I do in all of these camera comparison videos, everything that you see here is recorded with these two devices. So keep an eye on the bottom of the screen to see which device is being used for the photos and videos that you see here. So with that, let's jump into the specifications on the cameras of these two devices to see how they compare on paper. For the camera setup on the LG Velvet, you're looking at a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel main sensor, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and 5 megapixel depth sensor. And these cameras are capable of recording 4K video at 30 frames per second. As for the front-facing camera on the Velvet, you're looking at a 16 megapixel camera with video capabilities at 1080p 30 FPS. For the cameras on the OnePlus Nord, you're looking at a pretty similar setup to what you get on the Velvet, but this one is a quad camera setup with a 48 megapixel main sensor, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel depth sensor, and then finally a 2 megapixel macro camera. And you can record video at 4K 30 FPS here as well. As for the front facing cameras, you actually get two sensors here, a standard 32 megapixel sensor, and then finally an 8 megapixel sensor that can capture ultra wide shots. And here you get 4K video at 60 FPS. Now that we have the specifications of the OnePlus Nord and the LG Velvet all squared away, let's jump into some side-by-side photo and video comparisons to see how the cameras on these two devices stack up in everyday use. And here's a look at the video quality from the front-facing camera on these two devices. And on the OnePlus Nord, you do see that I have a much wider field of view, and that's thanks to the ultra-wide camera on the front of the phone. As you can see, the video on the LG Velvet is a little bit more constrained. And here's a look at the video from the front-facing camera from both of these devices. Now, one thing to note is that the view that you're seeing right now on the OnePlus Nord is from the standard camera, not the ultra-wide. And as you can see, it's already a lot wider than what you get out of the LG Velvet. I'm going to switch right now to the ultra-wide to see what the difference there is. And this here is a look at the ultra-wide camera on the OnePlus Nord. And as you can see, it's a lot wider than what you get on the LG Velvet. You can see the tip of my hand there on the Nord, while the Velvet doesn't even show half of it. But one thing to note, the color quality and the overall image quality that you get out of the LG Velvet does look a little bit better than what you get from the Nord with the ultra-wide. And that's going to do it for this camera comparison between the LG Velvet and the OnePlus Nord. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments and which device you would rather use on a regular basis to capture photos and videos. I have my full review of the OnePlus Nord and a camera comparison between this device and the new Pixel 4a, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.